everyone and welcome to Italian Made Easy. Hello everyone, today we'll respond to a YouTube user called Islam is the Truth. The video is not his, but I think he deserves a response nevertheless.
Assalamu alaikum, peace be unto you.
Servus.
You know, there are so many weird things in life, but you know what is the weirdest? When you hear someone saying, I don't believe in God.
Weirdest? You mean weirder than purple cows, alien abductions, and zombies flying to heaven on a winged horse? Sorry.
Why don't you believe in God?
Because there is no evidence for the existence of any God.
I've never seen God, I've never touched them. Have you ever seen your soul? My soul? No. Have you ever touched your soul? No. According to your logic, you don't have a soul because you have never touched your soul and you have never seen it.
Yes!
That's wrong.
No! If there is no evidence for the existence of a soul, then why should you assume one?
We have never seen God, but we know He exists by His signs. Look at the stars, the moon, the sun.
This is why I know that this video has not been made by you.
We have never seen God, but we know He exists by His signs. Look at the stars, the moon, the sun.
The stars.
So who created the moon, the sun, universe, everything? Who?
Why created? Why do you assume that it was created?
The Big Bang, evolution, it was all caused naturally. It just was accident.
We don't know how the universe came to be, but we'll try to find out. Not knowing something is not a crime, but to assume something on faith is not helpful to find the answer.
One time, I wanted to go to my friend's wedding, and the place of the wedding was so far from my house. And I was so late, I didn't have a car, and there was no taxi because it was so late. So I was desperate and I set out on my own. Suddenly, I saw some pieces of steel moving and coming together by themselves.
Let me guess. And then you drove it into the living room and made the roof collapse?
This is such a bad story. Sorry, I don't believe you. Why? You kidding me? It's not true. Why not? It was an accident naturally. No, it's impossible. How could pieces of steel make themselves a car alone? There has to be someone or something to put the car together.
First, evolution does not explain the origins of life. It just explains its development. Second, natural selection implies that advantageous traits get passed on while non-advantageous traits get extinct. This is not an accidental process.
The car came together without any maker, according to your logic. This is true. So weird that you believe that there has to be a maker who made the car and you don't believe it was made by itself. But you don't believe that there's a creator who created this great universe and you believe it was made by accident. You don't think that's absurd? Is that logic?
No one sewed you together with tissues of skin, bones and muscle. You grew out of a single cell. But then again, you're not a car.
Maybe in the future you will have the ability to make a car. But no one will ever have the ability to create, I will not say earth or moon, I will say a fly.
I would not bet on it. As we speak, people grow organs in petri dishes and program bacteria. A fly may be a matter of time.
Please, my friend, think about it. How could the earth rotate around the sun by accident? And how can your heart beat by itself and flow blood through your body? It was just an accident?
No. The earth rotates around the sun because of physical laws, and your heart beats because it gets electrical impulses like every other muscle.
Okay, if there had to be creator for everything, then who created the God who created everything? Who created this ball? Me. Who created me? God. This stops here.
How do you know that it stops? Maybe your God is just a God-denying atheist.
If you will ask who created, this will not end. So there has to be one creator who created everything.
You're right. The who created question causes an endless regress. But instead of completely discarding the idea, you just stop somewhere in the middle. This is not working.
Who created this ball? Me. Who created me? God. Who created God? This is a wrong question.
Why is it a wrong question? You bring us no evidence for any existence of a God. So if we have to assume one, we may as well assume many others. And we may as well assume that they are created, just as we assume that we are created, in your case.
Why wrong question? Because it's based on measuring the representation of judging on things misplaced. And because it's confusing the attributes of the creator with the attributes of creation. Example, I created this ball. Here, I am the creator, and this ball is creation. I drink, eat, think, feel, and see. These are my attributes. Can you say that the ball has the same attributes? Does the ball feel or think? No, because its attribute is inanimate and it can't comprehend anything. Can the ball ask me, hey, what's going on here? No, because its ability is limited.
This premise shoots itself in the foot, because you see, a ball has by itself attributes we don't have. It can roll in every direction. We are not inferior to a ball because we do not have this attribute.
It's wrong when you ask who created God, because you judge and measure that according to your limited understanding.
If we would judge the world like this, we would never come up with any sort of advancement. The scientific method requires measurable, repeatable, disprovable yet not disproven evidence. And it is given to us by tools, not by personal opinions.
It's beyond your ability and understanding. You are creation of God, and your understanding of things beyond this world are limited.
You still assume a creation without evidence. If my understanding is limited, then so is yours. So how can you claim that there is a God in a realm outside of your understanding, while at the same time demanding that mine is wrong?
Everything has its own attributes. When you ask who created God, it's like me saying, this ball will marry this ball, and this ball will have a child. Because here, I have confused my attributes of the attributes of ball. You understand why this question is wrong?
We are not arguing about attributes of something, but of the existence of something. Whether a ball can get a child or not doesn't change the fact that I can prove the existence of a ball.
We know that the atheists like the scientific fact. Look at this fact.
وترى الجبال تحسبها جامدة وهي تمر مر السحاب.
Do the mountains move like the clouds? See,
You mean like every mountain is a volcano that like spits gases all the time?
you live in the 20th century even though you don't know about this fact. And this fact existed 1400 years ago. Can you prove to me this fact is true? Sure. You heard about the Earth's rotation around itself? You live in the 20th century and you know that the Earth rotates. We know that the mountains are stable in the Earth. If the Earth rotates, will the mountains be solid? No. The mountains will follow the movement of the Earth's rotation. Why did Allah say the mountains will move like the clouds? Because the movement of the clouds is not its movement. Also the movement of the mountains is not its movement. All of them follow something. The clouds follow the wind's movement, and the mountains follow the Earth's rotation. This verse confirmed the Earth's rotation 1400 years ago and described it as you see the Earth's rotation.
Mountains are firm parts on the crust of the earth. They are of course moving as the crust is moving, but they cannot like follow something randomly as they wish, especially not in a gas form. That was the weirdest interpretation I've ever heard. Even weirder than the zombie flying on the... Continue.
Okay, when we die, our body will decompose and disappear. So, how come we will be alive once again according to what you believe? Where are you 200 years ago? I was not existed. I was nothing. Who created us from nothing and gave us life for the first time, he can give us life after death.
We are mammals, and we come from failed protected or non-protected sexual intercourse between our parents.
Yeah, he is able to do all things. Allah is the greatest.
How did you come from a God to Allah? It may as well be Hades the way you describe him.
You want to know the concept of God in Islam?